supervisors, which is something that you can share with your agents, is how we close the call given that it's real time. I have received some questions on and some feedback actually, and I'll start with the feedback. That some of our no FCRs, especially those that are actually scored 5 and 4 but no FCRs, have closing. They have closing. And I'm very happy to hear that our agents are actually spending time in wrapping up their calls the best way they can. And probably that's another reason why the CRT is high. So please try to work on the wasted time. But that's not the reason why I wanted to speak to you. The only thing that is missing based off feedback is CFU. Closing the loop, consistency technique. Because you would do your recap and then power closing, and then let me transfer you over. Where is that moment when you can actually solicit a customer's response and their commitment to answer the survey positively? Because if you don't pause, and then, oh, okay, let me transfer you over to the survey. Example, recap, offer further assistance, appreciation, celebratory moment, blah, 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 blah. All right, so let me transfer you over to the survey. How do you know? Remember, a process of consistency, power of persuasion, closing the deal, right? Is allowing your customer to provide confirmation, right? So there should be more questions asked before ending that call and before transferring. Now, in relation to that, I got a question, no? And the question was, boss, is it okay to say and define or clarify or specify it in our closing to the customer, such as by saying, hey, so I'll transfer to the survey. It will be a rating of 1 to 5, and 5 is the highest. Is that allowed? And my answer to the question was, I wouldn't say it's allowed. I wouldn't say it's not allowed. The only reason, and for my apprehension of not wanting people to use that, is it becomes generic. Meaning, if I say, go ahead, use it, then they use it in all of their calls, whether it's good or not. It will become a general closing for all of your agents. And that's why I don't like it. However, if it's done this way, I think it should be more of a subliminal way of doing it. How would I put it? What's my term? It's more of a smooth, clever way of saying it without really saying it as it's 1 to 5, score me 5. So it's a creative way of saying it, such as, oh wow, thank you so much for that. Let's say, for example, you're done with your recap. Customer says, there's nothing else you can do. You've been helpful. And then you'll say, oh, wow, you know what? It's definitely a good partnership between the two of us. High five for the both of us. High five. Remember, there's a stress with the word 5, right? High five for the both of us. I'm just so happy that I provided you a 5-star world-class service. And I'm sure that it's something that will reflect in my survey, right? Yes. All right. I'll definitely expect that. Thank you so much. So let me connect to you. Make sense? So again, based on feedback, there should be confirmation, right? But then again, there's a subliminal way and creative way of presenting the 5 without saying, score me 5. Make sense? So at least there's a recall to it. The customer, oh, high 5. Oh, 5-star. And therefore, it's definitely a 5-star service, 5-star world-class service, and I can tell that I gave you 5-star kind of service, just like a 5-star hotel, right? Like that. And then, therefore, when they get to the survey, when they're listening to it, 1 to 5, they will recall a 5-star, right? Make sense?
Yes.
So we can eliminate issues with customers thinking that 1 is the highest, or, and just so we don't get the 4s anymore, or the 3s, we just really stick with the 5s. Make sense?
The 5 and 4 will, or the number 4, should we say Lisa?
No, 4 is a CSAT. But then again, I don't like 4s. Because it's almost a 3. So you're not safe with the 4. The thing is, if you get the 4, how come? And you still have an opportunity, right? So we want the 5s, please.
Do you have a 3?
Yeah, me, I have one.
All right, done. Bye.